Welcome everyone, and another warm welcome to Marketing the Invisible, joined today by Crystal and Mark Hansen. Crystal and Mark, g'day, warm welcome from down under. How are you doing?
Good day to you. We're excited to be with you, Tom. Thank you.
It's great to be with you, Tom.
Pleasure to host two luminaries such as yourselves. For those of you who have been, I don't know, living in a cave or hiding under the rock for the last 40 years, Mark Victor Hansen is a best-selling author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, innumerable other bestsellers, including 1 Minute Millionaire. Crystal Dwyer Hansen is also a best-selling author, not to be outshone, international speaker, and a clinical hypnotherapist. So I can't wait, because the title of this has got tingles running down my spine. The title of this interview is How to Ask for Your Ideal Life and Cross the Bridge from Your Dreams to Your Destiny. Who wouldn't want that? So, Mark, Crystal, our 7 minutes starts now. Could you tell us, first of all, who is your ideal client?
Our ideal client is anyone who is a voluminous reader that wants to make their life infinitely better by learning the technology of asking, because you don't get what you deserve. You get what you ask for, and we're teaching how to ask yourself, ask others, and ask God. And asking is a secretive art that very few of us really know, because most of us are detoured with sense of unworthiness or whatever. We got 7 detours that get us out of the way.
7 detours. Thank you. Well articulated, sir. Nothing less than what I would have expected from you. So tell us, question number 2, 6.5 minutes left. Clock is ticking. What's the problem you solve?
So the problem we solve is getting you out of doubt, uncertainty, and unworthiness into the manifestation of your greatest destiny through asking, because most people are scared to death to ask.
Wow.
Studies reveal that most people going into the study think that if they ask for help, information, advice, or just assistance in doing something, that the answer will be no. They'll be perceived as being stupid or ignorant. And the opposite is true. If you're willing to ask, there's an 80% more likely chance that you will have your request granted. But it also shows in the studies that people are not natural askers. We need to learn. We need to be taught how to ask.
100%, 100%. Thank you for that. Just under 6 minutes left. Question 3. What I'm interested with this one is, what are the typical symptoms that someone listening to this would be noticing in their life where they're going, yeah, I need to know more about this ask thing?
I love the question, because what we said is there's 7 detours to asking: the sense of unworthiness, naivete, doubt, fear, excuses, pattern paralysis, and then the big one that's hit us now because of screen time, as far as I'm concerned, is disconnection. Like you and I have been places and you see the teenagers all holding up their cell phones and they're with another teenager and you go, what are you doing? What are you doing? I suspect if you got kids, you probably have teenagers.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, and grandkids too. So let's talk then about some of the, because we our audience, your audience, there are people that they want to fulfill their destiny. They want to make a difference in the world. They're aware that maybe they're asking the wrong questions, at least, or they're thinking could do a little bit of correction perhaps. So they're going to try stuff. So question 4 is, what are some of the common mistakes that our listeners might be making before they find the ask solution?
So the common mistakes most people make is that they look for their answers outside of themselves. And we say and teach in the book, you will never find your answers outside of yourself. People are looking around their life and think that life is just coming at them and they're ducking and dodging and trying to keep the balls up in the air.
Right.
The truth of it is, your life is created from the inside out. And so unless and until you take that asking journey, that you dive deep and ask yourself, which is that reflective journey and that imaginative journey and the action journey, ask yourself, ask others, which is your way to bond with the world and connect to the rest of the world, because all of us need each other to get things done in this life. And then ask God, so that you figure out how your life fits into that whole universal scheme, the whole universal plan, whatever you want to call it, the kingdom. What is your kingdom purpose, your universal purpose?
This is just making so much sense. Thank you. 3.5 minutes left. Question number 5. Can you give the audience one valuable free action? It's kind of like a step in the right direction. It's not going to solve the whole problem. They're going to want more resources, which we can give them in a moment, but just a top tip, a step in the right direction.
Well, Crystal said you got to ask yourself, others, and God. I want to do just the ask God. When Jack and I came up with Chicken Soup, we thought the soul of America was in trouble. Well, we discovered the soul of the world was in trouble. and we didn't have the right title. So the principle that I'm going to teach you is you ask right before you go to sleep, and you ask multiple times. Now, Jack and I believe you got to do 101 times. Mega best-selling title, mega best-selling title, mega best-selling title. Well, this is before cell phone, so 2:58 in the morning, he calls me, wakes up the whole house. My little daughter was becoming a vet at the time, so we had 88 animals on 1 acre. And Jack said, chicken soup. I said, for the soul. I said, we got it. And he got goosebumps, and I got goosebumps. Now, I can't talk for you, Tom, but for us, that was corroboration of truth. And we said, that's going to be it. Now, still 144 publishers all said, actually, hit the road, Jack. And I said, but I'm a nice guy. I don't care if you don't like Canfield. I'm the nice guy. No, Jack's a great guy and brilliant. The point is, if everybody out there doesn't know their destiny, and our research shows that 99% of the people don't, they're just, I go to a job, Tom, don't you understand? What are you thinking? If you go to yourself, say, God, what's your destiny for me? God, what's your destiny for me? God, what's your... Now, you got to do it like 101 times to wake up the deeper subconscious, push back sleep, and be ready with a paper, pen, and pad. So the answer will come. And tell your sweetikins, hey, honey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I listened to this guy, Mark, and his wife, Crystal, and they said, you're going to have this great idea, and I'm going to have to write it down to put it on my marble so it really works.
Beautiful, beautiful. And it does work. It's impossible for it not to work if you follow that top tip, folks. 90 seconds left, two questions left. What's one valuable free resource we could direct folks to? A website somewhere perhaps that people can go dive in more to this?
Yeah, no, we would love to invite everybody to our free webinar. It's really a free class that we're doing. It's go to askthebookclub.com, because we want to pull people into this discussion of this important book. This is a book that is absolutely going to change your life if you're willing to take that journey. And so we want to help people with that. So once you get your book at Amazon or wherever else books are sold, then you go to askthebookclub.com and join us there, no cost to you.
Perfect. Askthebookclub.com. Go get it, folks. Question number 7, we got 50 seconds left. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't?
How do we get out of COVID confinement cocoon? And there's only one answer. God gave you and I as human beings only 2 powers nobody else has got. Our superpowers, learning how to ask. And what we're teaching is the science, the philosophy, the techniques, and the technology. And then number 2 is imagination. And once you ask, you have illumination, you have insight, you have wisdom, you have revelation that doesn't exist for any other animal in the kingdom. So nobody asked that, but we can make the world work for everyone if everyone learned our technology. And right now, I got to tell you, our book is rocking and getting people out of depression, despondency, hatred, and giving them hope and inspiration in life and life.
Beautiful. Crystal and Mark, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Tom.
I love being here with you.
Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.